This past spring, I did shows on the top 6 quarterbacks going into the NFL draft. All 6 of those guys went in the first round. And at the point in time, I said that LSU's Jayden Daniels was my selection as the very best quarterback in the draft. I had Michael Penix sitting at number 2. And then it was basically, a toss-up with the next 4 guys. But I still stand behind that. And watching Jayden Daniels play for the Washington Commanders in the preseason, played in 2 of the 3 games, he really looks like a can't-miss guy, a seasoned vet. And the fans of the Washington Commanders should be pretty fired up about what's in store for them and the team with Jayden Daniels as the quarterback. Today, I'm going to take a look at 3 plays from the preseason that prove my point as to why he is such a good QB and why him and offensive coordinator Kliff Kingsbury are the perfect marriage for each other. This is QB Unfiltered, my take. Washington Commanders quarterback Jayden Daniels.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Okay, Jayden Daniels played in 2 of the 3 preseason games for the Commanders. They sat him for the 3rd game, preparing him to be the guy behind center when they kick off the season in a couple of days against the Tampa Bay Bucks. And in those 2 preseason games, Jayden Daniels has done some great things, and he really looks like a guy that is going to be a franchise quarterback, and he's got a bright, bright future ahead of him in the NFL. So in the preseason, Daniels pretty much showed none of the traits that you usually see with rookie quarterbacks. Tentative, a little slow on the thought process, a little slow on the decision-making process, just basically trying to feel their way through the NFL defenses, the difference in speed of defenses based on, what they went through in college, new playbook, learning a new system, getting used to different receivers and offensive linemen. All of those things basically that lead you to say a rookie NFL quarterback is usually looking like a deer in headlights to a certain extent. Watching Jayden Daniels play in the preseason, I'm really not seeing any of those traits. Why is that? Well, I think that there are certain quarterbacks that come into the league that are better equipped to step in and be a guy right away based on the system and scheme and coaching they got at the college level. Now, Jayden Daniels started off at Arizona State and then transferred and finished his career off at LSU. Watching LSU play offensively, it was a very quarterback-friendly scheme. And watching Daniels' mechanics and just the way that he worked the pocket and different things in his game, he was well coached. And he's taking all of those things now and going into the NFL. So I think that he's ahead of the game more so than some of the other quarterbacks that come in from programs that aren't necessarily quarterback driven, the offenses. In other words, they are having to come into the league learning skills that they should have learned in college. Particularly in the passing game. And let's not make any mistake about this. When we're talking about quarterback performance in the NFL, we're talking about throwing the football, okay? And it's more than just physical mechanics. It's decision-making. It's understanding the passing game. It's understanding protections. It's understanding coverages. It's understanding spacing. And I I think that Daniels has come into the league with a really, really strong understanding of all this. And that leads me to number 2 reason why I think he looks so comfortable so far, and that's Kliff Kingsbury. Kingsbury is a QB whisperer, all right? At the college level and at the NFL level, he has coached some big-time QBs. I mean, the list of guys that he developed and coached in college is really impressive. He played the position. He played for Mike Leach at Texas Tech. He's an air raid guy, and he understands the types of things that go into an offensive scheme that make it easier for the quarterback. Reads, a simple playbook, okay, a skinny playbook, great pass game concepts, throwing a shitload of screens, which helps out every quarterback. And basically just being coached by a guy, Daniels being coached by Kingsbury, a guy that played the position and understands what Jayden Daniels is going through, what he's seen when he drops back. Kliff Kingsbury has the practical experience. Kingsbury and LSU's training ground for Jayden Daniels has made it so that he could slip into the NFL and really have a seamless learning curve. And man, that's got to just really fire up the fan base for the Washington Commanders. So I'm going to go over 3 plays now from the preseason that help illustrate why I think that he is ahead of the game. The little nuances, the little things that he does in these 3 plays, which, you've got NFL starters in the league right now that don't do some of the stuff that we're going to talk about what he did on these 3 plays. And we'll start with this first play against the New York Jets. And Washington's in a 5 wideout formation. Okay, 5 wides. And New York lines up in what looks like a cover 2 high safety look, but Daniels knows that the number 3 receiver down here to the left, that safety is going to walk down and play him in man-to-man. And he knows that when that happens on the snap of the ball, that the other safety is going to be back in center field playing, 1 high. It's going to be cover 1 high. Jayden Daniels knows this. And so what he's going to do is determine where his winner is in this scenario, and he determines that his outside receiver to the right on the vertical route is his pre-snap winner. He also knows that if he's got 1 safety high, he wants to keep that guy in the middle of the field, or if he can, get him to drop away from the side that he's going to throw to. So watch what Daniels does with his eyes on the snap. Okay, Daniels is going to execute a 5-step drop here, and his eyes are keying left. And watch what this does to the free safety. The free safety's keying Jayden Daniels. As soon as Daniels turns his eyes to the left, that safety opens his hips to the right, and that's all Daniels needs. That safety is dead in the water as soon as he did that. And watch what happens when he realizes that Daniels has, in fact, fooled him with the look off. He has to turn completely around and then haul ass to the other side of the field and try to get in on that vertical throw. And that's all Daniels needed, was just freezing that safety in the middle or getting him to open up opposite from the side he's going to throw. And then the other thing that Daniels does on this play, which is really cool, at the end of his drop here, he's getting a little bit of pressure coming from his right. He basically takes that last step and slides at the same time, just a little bit, slides to his left to create that space so that guy doesn't swat his paw at him as he goes by, and then throws a beautiful ball. Perfect throw. This play is covered pretty well by the cornerback, but Daniels drops a dime in there for a big completion. Okay, second play. Throwing the hitch route against a hugged up corner. So Washington's in trips right. They're running a stick concept to the 3 receiver side. And then down here to the left, the single receiver's running a hitch route. Now, the corner is hugged up in press. How many quarterbacks starting for NFL teams right now are not throwing this hitch route based on pre-snap look of that corner who is right in the face of that hitch route? Well, there's a pretty good percentage of guys that aren't going there. All right. Now, what Kingsbury is telling Daniels on this, it's down in distance. Okay. Down in distance. If we catch that hitch and fall down, it's a first down. So, and then the other thing is Jayden Daniels knows his personnel. So he knows damn well that the receiver running the hitch route, he's got confidence in him that he's going to get a clean release and that he's going to sell the vertical, because that's what's going to get him open on this play, is the fact that the cornerback thinks he's seeing vertical in his mind. So this receiver gets a clean release outside, selling the vertical. And what Daniels is looking at here is the reaction of the cornerback. As soon as that corner turns his hips to run vertically, he's got him. He's got him. Now, the one question mark I have on this play, and there are other situations in this game where they ran trips and they ran the stick, the very same play. And in all of these situations on the snap of the ball, for whatever reason, Jayden Daniels' eyes are in the box for his first step of his drop. I don't know why they're doing that or why he's doing that or why Kingsbury has him doing that, but that's what's happening. That's kind of a head scratcher. Now, as soon as this corner turns his hips to run vertically, Daniels knows that he's got him. And now look at the timing of the throw. That ball is coming out as the receiver is starting to turn on the hitch, and then look at the location of the throw. This is called throwing your receiver open. So he puts it outside, away from that defender who's on his inside, and then the receiver does a hell of a job of letting the QB throw him open, catches the ball to the outside, turns it up to the outside, and runs for a long ways. This is a great play by Jayden Daniels. Okay, and then the last play, and this one really fires me up, is Daniels just running the offense the way it's supposed to be run. And so I want to preface this by saying his play side read was not there, and he does not pull the ball down and run, that create for the quarterback. It drives me nuts. His play side read is not there. Daniel stays in the pocket, just snaps his eyes to the backside and makes one hell of a read. So let's go over this. This is a air raid staple. This is Y cross. The outside receiver to the left is running. He's running like a little, we used to call it a shitty vertical, where he's kind of like stuttering, like he's going to run a curl or a stop route. And then he just blows on by with the vert. I think that they should just get the illusion part out of there and just tell the guy, just beat the corner vertically. All right. Now, Daniels, this is a pre-snap read by him. If that corner is in press coverage with no safety help over the top, then Daniels is going to take his drop and put the ball up there and let his receiver go make a play. But that cornerback's walked off now. That vertical's out before the ball's even snapped based on the depth of the cornerback. Okay, so that's out. So the read now on the snap becomes a vertical read with the running back on the flat route and the crosser by the slot receiver. Okay. The underneath coverage gets depth on the crosser, throw it to the back. They come up and hug the back. There's your crossing route coming across. Now, the running back runs a lousy route here. It's slow. I think he's too deep. But what Daniels does here is he's seeing that safety come down and basically hug up on that crossing route. So that thing's out. All right. That's out. And then Daniels does what really fires me up here. He snaps his eyes to the backside. And what you've got on the backside is a post curl route by the outside receiver and a flat route by the inside guy. And now Daniels' reads are underneath coverage, gets underneath the post curl, throw the flat, widens with the flat, post curl should be standing all by himself. Washington executes great pass protection. This is an easy read. The underneath coverage gets depth. He just spits the ball out there to the flat route, which is basically the check down. We catch the ball and we run for yardage. Beautiful, Jayden Daniels. So on the backside, that underneath coverage gets depth. All right. He could probably fit it into that post curl if he really wanted to, but just play catch, which is what he does. Spits the ball out there to the flat. Guy catches it, gets yards, playing catch, move the sticks, first down, keep the drive going. Beautiful, Jayden Daniels. Okay, so offensive coordinator Kliff Kingsbury, his scheme is perfect for Daniels, and Daniels is perfect for Kliff's scheme. Spreading the formations, okay, they run a lot of quick game. They're running a lot of screens, so you're going to see them throw a lot of bubbles and punch screens, which is just an extension of the run game. Get it out there on the perimeter and let the skill guys do something with it. They're easy throws and easy reads. There's a lot of air raid concepts in the passing game. And then the other thing that Kingsbury does with Daniels, and I'm not sure how much he's going to do this as the season progresses, but it's the zone read where Jayden will pull the ball if the defense dictates that and run. And I'll tell you what, when he runs the ball in the open field, he's as fast as anybody out there on the field. The only thing that I get nervous about, and I'm sure that Kingsbury's this very same way, is Daniels is built slight. He's not a big guy. And one of the problems I had with him at LSU, I said that when he ran the ball a lot of times, when it came time for contact at the end of the run, he basically lifted his helmet up as high as he could and gave all this surface area for defensive guys to tee off on him. Now, I'm not sure that he's basically learned his lesson in the NFL, but all it takes is one pop. A bad decision by Daniels showing his chest and getting broken in two, and Washington's season has drastically changed. So I want Jayden to get a little bit smarter out there when he's running the ball. Get what you can get and then get down and protect yourself. Okay, so the Commanders fans should be fired up for the regular season to begin. Like I said, it starts on Sunday. They kick it off against the Tampa Bay Bucks. And Jayden Daniels is going to be the man, tabbed by OC Kliff Kingsbury and head coach Dan Quinn. I don't know how the wins and the losses are going to shake down for Washington this season, but I think offensively they've got a bright future in front of them, and Jayden Daniels is really going to be fun to watch. Okay, if you enjoyed today's show, please hit that like button. If you like listening to my take and my analysis on the absolute hardest position to play in all of sports, the quarterback position, then hit that subscribe button to QB Unfiltered. I really appreciate those of you that have already done that. And let me know in the comments below what you think about Washington's upcoming season and what your thoughts are on quarterback Jayden Daniels. Okay, this has been QB Unfiltered. And remember, always throw the ball short to guys who can score. See ya.
I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show